It's fine. And the reason all of this is fine is because they banned Enigma. That's actually really interesting that they banned Enigma. I think that they were perhaps afraid that at some point they might have to deal with AoE massive teamfight, which seems kind of fair now that we see this SF hero being picked up by Godsent to be put into the mid lane. A hero that can sometimes threaten Slark just with sheer burst damage, and the fear can be very, very useful at making sure that Slark can't really have his way in the entirety of the teamfight. This actually works. This actually works. I generally don't like SF, but I like SF picked early. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind what I just said. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Do you feel good about them having to play SF versus OD?
Not generally. I have to say, I don't think anything really feels good against OD right now. I think the laning phase. I think SF's one of the better heroes against OD mid. I think you have a decent amount of sustained damage. I mean, you're one of the few heroes that can trade with OD fairly well. You're
Yeah, in
gonna
the
get your
laning
farm
phase, yeah.
guaranteed. But I just like you look at what these two heroes do in the game. I think you have a save on OD and you have a super slippery Slock. I don't know what SF really does against these heroes later on in the game. But then again, you could see some big team fight come out. You see the Earthshaker. We have Lockdown from the Shaker. You have two big ultimates now with the Requiem of Souls plus the Shaker. You do have burst damage if you can lock down the OD with the Razors. So it could be interesting, but the way the laning phase went last time, Riora absolutely smashed Wish. So
Yeah, I really did. But Rio is a really talented player, right?
yeah,
So it's not really that surprising to see that something like that could happen. It just is one of those things. And wait, who was
I,
their previous mid? Didn't they
I
replace their
mean
mid laner?
Riora's so good. He got Gunner kicked from two teams by Eternal Envy. You know.
Yeah, that's how good Rio is. Lol. Like wherever Rio goes, you know that a Gunner kick is about to follow. So right now, Clockwork gets picked up. Perhaps in some sense they wanted to deny this away from the SF game, so that you don't have the power cogs to be able to enable you to basically win your mid lane for free. At the same time, though, in the opposite direction, it can be really good. They actually have a lot of zoning tools here. You have Slock with the Pounce. You have yourself OD with the Astral Imprisonment. The power cogs laid down by Clockwork. It's just going to seem like it's going to be very difficult for Godsent to actually maneuver in and out of the fight themselves. Feel like they're going to be relying a lot on whether or not Earthshaker is able to find an early Blink Dagger just for some good counter initiation. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise it just feels like it's going to be a complex game the entire time, always reacting to what Infinity is doing rather than being able to do anything proactive.
Yeah, I think this Clockwork pick is really good this game. I think if this is a support shaker, he hates to play against Clockwork because that pause 4 with this pause 4 battle, Clockwork always wins in the early game. He can just chase you down. I think SF versus Clock absolutely just sucks. I think he can catch you at any point in the laning stage. Later on in the game, till you have a BKB, you hate playing against this hero. I think it requires you to go for stuff or at least get one of your teammates to go for stuff. I think this is a great Clockwork pick this game.
Oh
And then
my
you have the
god.
Lich as well, so that combo, put on the shield and have a Clockwork just chasing heroes down is pretty potent.
Yeah, it is a very good combo overall. And in this game, check this out. Now that they picked up this last pick Doxia, right? You have Ion Shell on Clock, Ion Shell on Slark. Both of those heroes, if they get on top of you now, you're pretty much going to die. And one of the big things about having this Doxia, this lane, dude, Doxia Clock lane, my god. Can you just imagine what kind of sheer hatred that Era is going to have about what this lane is going to look like? He's just not going to enjoy playing top. They actually might have to consider swapping things out and maybe having go aggressive because you actually can't, you won't be able to farm depending on what hero he gets here. I think you're rather better off trying to contest the Slark lane rather than trying to farm passively versus a Clockwork with a Doxia with it.
Yeah, I think the worst thing about this last pick Darkseer is you have support duo that's completely incapable of dealing with it. But they go for the anti-mage, so sort of Hail Mary last pick, all eggs in one basket. But I don't know how big of a fan I am of SF anti-mage lineups, Mr. Snare.
Yeah, SF anti-mage, I am not a fan. Seems way too greedy. Way too greedy.
I mean,
I am
anti-mage
not.
is considered one of the better laners against Darkseer as well, but like with the clock there, I don't know how much era actually gets in that lane, and the two supports are pretty much useless at dealing with Darkseer. Or Clockwork for that matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like they're going to be able to do all that much. The best they can hope for is to try and just distract Ghostic and the clock far enough away so that they don't actually end up meaningfully participating in how the lane goes. But I don't know, like Doxia is generally weak versus anti-mage traditionally, but that was in a meta where you went hard lane by yourself, right? It would be a 2v1 or 3v1 kind of lane. You as the Doxia would just have to accept that you're playing 1v1 or playing against the anti-mage with friends. In this game, you have some allies in the form of the Clockwork. I mean, even Lich can rotate through and make life difficult for Era. Overall, though, the main thing that you're going to be dealing with is the double Ion Shell with heroes that are actually fairly tanky and that don't mind just running you down. And how Clockwork's also one of these support heroes that doesn't mind dying. Like, he is perfectly willing to die to force you back to base if he respawns full HP, full mana, and everything's okay with him. So I don't know. And also, this presents this weird thing for later, where very often we've seen anti-mages die because Clockwork will hookshot onto you, push you back into a really awkward position. And I can easily imagine, I think we'll see it once this game, right? This is what's going to happen. Anti-mage is going to be trying to run away. Clockwork is going to hook him, push him back with the cogs. OD is going to Sanity's Eclipse him, and then you'll have 0 mana. And after he has 0 mana, he won't be able to blink away and you'll just die. Oh, and also you have Ace Pounce prevent you from being able to blink away as this anti-mage. I don't know. I am not a fan of this Godsent draft.
So traditionally when you had Slark versus Anti-Mage, right, I used to think Anti-Mage was like uber hard counter to Slark because you come online a bit faster than him, and then he's one of those heroes you can get on top of Slark and burst him, right? You Manta Abyssal him and you can kill a Slark almost 9 out of 10 times. But now if you look at how Slark works, right, with the Pounce, it's the same thing. You can lock Anti-Mage down for so long with the Axe Pounce that if you equal in farm with Anti-Mage, Anti-Mage really struggles to play against you. And obviously, you never want to be in a situation where you equal as farm as anti-mage. But if you look at how the laning stage is set up this game, I don't think this anti-mage is going to have the greatest of time. While the Slark's going to be playing with his favorite friend, the Lich in the lane. It just seems like such a hard game for Infinity to win, if you ask me, Snare.
Yeah, it feels pretty difficult overall. I think it's hard for Godsent mostly. Like,
oh yeah, I meant Godsent. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah,
we're cool. I think one of the other things that they're going to be contending with is that generally when Anti-Mage has a rough time, he can duck back into the jungle, try to catch up from there. The same thing goes for Shadow Fiend. However, if both of them don't have the best time, nobody on the side of Godsent can actually create space. This is a support Abaddon and an offlane Earthshaker. So there's not actually, like, Earthshaker's going to get something out of the game, but Noya, first blood.
Oh, he's in trouble. And that's already off to a good start for the side of Infinity.
Oh yeah, definitely. Fantastic start for Infinity. Not only do they manage to find that kill, this is also a kill that they find with the Clockwork in tow. So that's some bonus experience for this very troublesome lane. And look where Clockwork is. Actually posted up behind this here 1 in the mid lane.
Oh man.
I think they're going to go for this.
This is the perfect play. They get off the banish. Clockwork just chilling there for the moment.
I think he's waiting for the level 2 on OD. So that they also have the Arcane Orb as well. If they have the Arcane Orb in tandem with the Astral Imprisonment, I think they do have enough damage to actually kill Wish. But we'll see. Maybe Clockwork, but he's been gone too long. He has to go back and bottom to help.
Yeah.
Like, we see that Ace is kind of going to start struggling with the overall CS, and this definitely not worth it.
Yeah. I don't know what the emphasis was on going to that lane. I don't think we need to really worry about Riora too much. Even if he loses the lane, like a 40-60 lane, it's fine. Just get Ace enabled, shut down the offlane as hard as you possibly can, because Ghostek not having an easy time either up top. He might actually just get bursted down here. He doesn't have this oh! That was cheeky.
He's fine, dude. He's fine, dude. It's a Doxia, bro. Doxia's fine. Like, that's what's really frustrating about this game, right? Is that Abaddon is doing the most, was busy chasing down the Doxia there, ensuring that there is not that much going for Ghostek, and he has to force himself away from the lane. But he just has to wait things out. He knows he's going to have Soul Ring not too long from now. And yeah, sure, you can't really approach the Anti-Mage. And we were talking about this, about how one of the reasons Doxia has a rough time versus Anti-Mage is if he is indeed playing 2 or 3v1, and that is the situation in this case. However, at the end of the day, they also don't have necessarily the best heroes to just chase him down and kill him. They have more zoning style heroes. So eventually, Ghostek is still going to be able to play Dota and is still going to represent some kind of threat.
Yeah.
look where Wowie is, lol.
It was unfortunate he came to the lane a little late. It looks like he wanted to pull a creep wave there for the Doxia, but he managed to miss that. So unfortunate there for the top lane, but scared of the courier for the very least. So it should give Anti-Mage a bit more fear up in the top lane. But this is a great start so far for young Anti-Mage. His era has got 12 and 5. And this hero, once he starts getting that farms and levels, he actually becomes a decent threat in the lane. Or at least not very easy to bully.
Yeah, you can't bully him anymore at some point. We see that Abaddon bullying Clockwork a little bit, but the bullying shall stop. So we were both saying earlier on that we think that if the early laning phase goes poorly for the side of Godsent, then this game effectively is impossible. Thus far, that's not the case. Boogie might die though. Yeah, he's gonna get brought down by Ace.
And Noya in trouble as well. Ace, can he get the second kill here? Oh, the Fairy Fire. Going to keep Noya alive in the end. So Ace, 2 permanent agility already. So he's off to a great start. Not that much in the CS department though. Only 6 and 4. Lane's quite pushed up and up top. Ghostic might get a kill here. Ooh.
Nice.
Alright, so some redemption in the laning stage.
Oh, mid, they almost actually lost Ryoya as well. He ate the triple raises from the SF. And Wish is doing a lot better this time around.
Yeah.
And not only is he doing better, he's going to hit level 5 before Ryoya does. So that means that he has the option to either bully the lane or retreat into the jungle before the OD has that same option. So this is very, very good thus far for the SV, not for the OD, for the SF in the mid lane. The one thing that I am concerned about though is this is yet again another time where the BKBs are necessary. Mid. Oof, you actually almost died.
That was super close. Oh, he actually gets the raise.
Big plays.
Wish. What a player.
Big plays.
Okay, that's massive. And if you look up top, Anti-Mage still having a very good time. And I mean, we spoke about all the negatives this game from the Anti-Mage, from this draft, all the complications they could have. But if Anti-Mage does come online this game, I still think it's good against Lock. Once you have Manta Abyssal. Against OD, absolutely destroys the hero. And even Darkseer, being an intelligence core, does not like playing against Anti-Mage. And the support duo in the later portions of the game does nothing really to deal with an Anti-Mage either.
That being said though, one of the worries I'm going to have about Anti-Mage, at least in the earlier portions of the mid game, is once the Diffusal Blade first emerges for the Slok, it's a dangerous portion of the game for the AM, because if you get pounced upon, you can just find yourself getting immediately killed before you can do much about it, losing all your mana. But I do agree with you that if Anti-Mage is able to get off to the races, can be one of those heroes that takes over the game. Mid lane though?
Oh, Shadow Fiend might be in trouble. He's caught on the enemy high ground. Wish still has a couple of raises. Riora has to play super careful right now. Wish gets off one race, can't get off another one. He's going to get brought down in the end. So a return kill for Riora, and that's a big one. Shadow Fiend losing his souls there, losing his life, and the kill does go. Okay, it actually got split there. But still, not too bad.
That's not good though. The fact that they end up losing that kill on the SF after they got the initial kill earlier on. SF is not one of these heroes that can afford to be not farming. It's one of these high uptime heroes, basically has to be alive all the time for him to be useful. Boogie might die at bottom though. If Ace decides to pounce on him, yeah, he's dead.
Oh, Boogie, one more hit. Ace going to get yet another kill and yet another point of agility. He's got that sweet innate slippers of agility now, there. Infinitely scaling hero Slok.
Oh man. That's one thing that we didn't mention as well, right? With the changes to these heroes. Okay, we have another kill.
Okay, top lane. Clockwork should find himself a fairly easy kill here, and Wowie, he's going to enjoy that one. Clockwork off to a great start so far. Involved in 4 kills in 6 minutes.
Yeah. Having a great time all across the map. And it doesn't get... The game only gets easier as time goes on for the Clockwork, right? It feels like this hookshot skill is going to be extremely useful at pretty much every stage of the game once he starts utilizing it. Not yet level 6, but once he's able to level that up, pretty much at any given time that he wants to, Shadow Fiend and the Earthshaker will die. Earthshaker nowhere near having like a 4-star or anything. The same is true for having some kind of issue with the SF, so for the most part of this game, if you get hooked, you're probably going to lose your life in this situation. Not the best place to be, but you know, whatever. That only really persists up until you pick up BKB on SF. BKB on SF, Manta style on the Anti-Mage, and maybe 4-star on the Earthshaker. But barring that, hookshot probably is going to equal a kill for most of this game. And Nano might not even need hookshot, because I think Abaddon is dead.
Gonna find another kill here on the Abaddon, and this is just playing a melee strength support against Clockwork. It's just not a viable plan. And he scouts out the stacks as well, but SF gonna farm them up before he can get contested, and that's also one of the downsides about SF. Like, we saw him get that solo kill mid, he has the level 5, his advantage, he's super strong, but SF is the hero that's the definition of a glass cannon. Although he's that farm, he's always vulnerable. So even though you got the lead in the lane, do you really want to be playing in the lane when Clockwork could rotate like he did earlier? Because you kind of lose that advantage. So if you get the lead in the lane, you have to go jungle. So it kind of feels pointless. But it is a SF. He will come online eventually.
Yeah. Eventually, SF will be out here. And Clockwork. Apparently your mic is crackling a bit. I'm not sure if it's one of ours. Or whose is it? It's one of us. I don't know.
Does it sound crackly to you?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, let me just give it a replug. I can fix that quickly. Is the stream working now at least?
Yeah, stream's perfect. Power cogs, but he's just gonna turn around and put some pressure out onto this clock. He wants to actually mono void out onto Ghostic, but Ghostic is able to juke around him. Era in some trouble. Ion Shell on him. 1 second until he can blink, and we'll blink back to safety. Pop the shrine. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
Is my mic cackle free?
The anti-mage issues. Yep, cackle free. There we go.
All right, then we are. Everything is fine. You're right.
Everything's fine.
Bottom lane, Boogie has had quite a hard time, hey. Sitting only at 1900 net worth, 300 below the clockwork on the enemy team. But he's an Earthshaker against a Slock. That's not an easy lane by any means.
There's more bonus.
Ace gonna find another one, it looks like it. No, yeah, gonna get pounced on. Gonna get whacked on, but a little bit rough was good. But actually, just gives Ace 2 kills there.
Yeah, not the best. Will Wish be able to counter this though? I don't think so. Yeah, Ace is gonna be able to survive this.
He's got a 6 as well.
They actually might try and
he's gonna be in trouble here.
Yeah.
Used one of his rages. There's no pounce available though, unfortunately.
Yeah, but fortunately for them, Wish does actually have access to the haste rune, so able to run back underneath the tier 1. So everything's cool. Everything's fine in that situation. I do think one of the things that needs to really change right now for Godsent, they need to find a way to catch the Earthshaker back up. Boogie is one of the major win conditions for them, because without Boogie, they actually have no forms of initiation, nor really any counter initiation. They're going to be relying on Infinity, making mistakes. So they need to do something about this Earthshaker. Right now, Boogie sort of just playing like a shepherd, walking around with his team. They're going to smoke up though. They need this gank to go well, because if this doesn't go well in their rotations, they should be able to find this though. Oh, Roya, yeah, he's Astral, he's dead.
Oh, he wasted the Astral. The stun's gonna be there. The perfect block. Riora gonna get caught, gonna get lifted up, and he's gonna get brought down. This is exactly what they needed. The biggest kill on the map, arguably, because Slock is unkillable. And they get it. Kill in the hands of Wish.
Huge kill, especially the fact that it goes towards Wish. This is progress that the Shadow Fiend needs towards his very crucial BKB in this game. Honestly, I feel like there's almost no other item that matters for the SF up until the point he has BKB. And that kill, the big thing I think as well is that because Boogie is involved, he now is that much closer towards level 6. Got some gold for himself. They're not going to be able to find this outpost in the top lane though. So Infinity is going to be able to snag both of them. This is not good for Godsent, because I do definitely think they kind of run the risk of falling behind experience-wise, primarily just because of how good Slock's talents are. But I think they managed to stem the bleeding a lot with that getting that kill at middle, because now Ryoya is not really pressuring the tier 1 middle anymore. He's gonna start soon, and they're already rotating the Abaddon into the mid lane to stop that.
Yeah, and was that four bounty runes as well for the side of Infinity there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they got everything. All the outposts. Oh, Echo Slam down at bottom, top lane. I don't think they'll kill Anti-Mage, but they do get the kill on Slock. Oh, actually kill both carries.
Ooh. Alright. That is an interesting turn of events there. Both the carries going down at the exact same time. And that's just the 2 supports for Godsent bringing down Ace there. So that's pretty huge. Now, it's very cocky from Slock. He saw the Earthshaker coming through, but after taking the outpost there, not expecting Noya to make the rotation as well.
Yeah. He was playing a little bit chest out Dota there. Didn't really go well for him. And top lane, I like how they got the kill on Anti-Mage. Ghostic made sure to cast off he leveled up the wall a little bit earlier than Doxiers normally do. But he does it so that he can get the illusion of the Anti-Mage, and they burn away the AM's mana, allowing them to get the kill. And Boogie might die at bottom.
Yeah, he's going to get caught. The leech is there. Noya is in the building though. Can they stop this? Oh, the cogs are a bit off the mark. Boogie doesn't have any mana, but he's on the run. Can Huawei bring him down here? Boogie getting body blocked up and going to get brought down here in the end. Oh, he gets off a nice stun.
What?
The stick was huge. Boogie does eventually go down and goes down to the wrong hero, unfortunately. But now, Era is here making a decent rotation. Can he get off a big mana void? Oh, Slock going to get the bounce away there in the end. Era in a decent position to bring down Huawei.
Yeah, Huawei took one for the team there.
Era still on the hunt here. Can he find Master Rick? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, Master Rick is going to be able to walk away. And man, I must say, well done Huawei, taking one for the team, recognizing that he doesn't jump in there with the hook shot. He's probably going to end up watching his Slock die before his very eyes. Does die and they give up the tier 1, but the big thing is that Slock survives. Also, Era involved in getting a kill down at bottom, not able to bring down Ace. But still, the fact that he's able to move across the map right now, this is a good look. He is fairly ahead in gold, atop the slog. And I think he's closing the corner, or rounding the corner rather, towards getting this Battle Fury very, very shortly. And
yeah, I like the
because
rotation from Era there because the top side of the map is no longer safe to farm. Your tier 1's down. You're going to take the outpost down bottom because that outpost you don't own either. So you help your team get kills. You bring down the tier 1. And this is where you want to be farming. The two camps down here, bottom and Radiant side. And your triangle is prime position to farm for this anti-mage right now.
I think they might lose Earthshaker. Boogie might get hookshot very soon. Yeah,
It
he's
is
dead.
a 3-man rotation here. So Boogie might be happy to take that for his team. He still is the least farm core in this game. But now we see a TP coming out from the Abaddon. Can they get you in time to save Boogie? Can they do it? Doesn't look like it. Wowie once again gonna bring down the Shaker. But Wish gets a return kill there, bringing down the Lich. But they did force out a lot of rotations up top. Now Ghostic, he's actually in quite the conundrum here.
If
He's gonna
takes
haste
now,
up.
he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine, dude. He's cool.
Alright. All good.
Yep.
Space created.
Base created, man. I mean, I feel like I'm okay with this, right? If I am the pos 5 Lich, and I know that I sacrificed my life to further delay this pos 3 Earthshaker, then you're in a good position. You know that you're in good spirits, and there's no real problem with how the game is unfolding.
Yeah, I
So-
think us analysts made a wrong read of the situation. Wish didn't TP in there to help out the situation. He TP'd to the jungle camps to farm, man.
He's like, guys, really? No. I just happened to have found a kill while I was around here. But the reason I'm here is for this money, man. For the guap. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, Lich just happened to walk past the creep camp while he was raising it, you know?
He's like, alright, man, I guess if you want to be part of these raises, sure. We can do that. Or maybe that happened, actually, he got confused because he looks at Lich and he's like, is this some kind of new Ogre Frost Mage or something? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna burst it anyway. Oh, wow. Mid lane.
Sanity's Eclipse was dropped. Earthshaker can get pulled back in. Boogie, one more hit should do the trick. They actually throw out the Drain Chain Frost. They're going to actually get 2 of the supports there. And now, Era blinking in there. The return Sanity's Eclipse stolen by the Rubik. They get the Lich there in the end. And Wowie going to miss the hook there. They only bring down the Lich. But both Boogie went down again, Snare.
Yeah. Yet again, Boogie died. Yet again, Boogie dies without surviving long enough to at least get some experience from a counter kill. Loses all his money, not really being able to progress in this game. And the big thing about that fight is that Anti-Mage is in the jungles while Oswak is at bottom. But in that fight, I do believe Infinity had one additional hero over the side of... No, they actually had 4v4, yeah. And then Godsent still end up losing anyway. Which is really problematic for them because, you know, as much as this Anti-Mage is going to be some hard late game insurance, Shadow Fiend needs to actually be starting to hit his premium right now. So around this time in the game is generally when I to see Shadow Fiend start succeeding. And Godsent know this because they're rotating SF middle with the rest of his team. They're smoked up. They recognize that, yo guys, we can't allow this situation to keep going where SF is getting nothing. We need to get a kill and Boogie's dead again.
Oh man, he gets up the Echo Stand before going down. Wish going to go in, charging up the Requiem. He's going to pop one immediately.
Oh, wow.
Can they get to the OD? No, they can't. They bring down the Darks here though. So timings for both the mids here. We see Wish picking up his Yule Scepter, and Riora has a full Aghanims already, Snare.
Yeah.
Got the double Astral Imprisonment in. Wish gonna get just gonna harass middle. But like you said, that sorry to go hit the rewind button here. The fact that Anti-Mage had to TP mid earlier was such a big deal because he lost control of the bottom area, losing the Bounty Ruins and the outpost. And now bottom lane, oh man, we've seen the story before, Snare.
You know what's terrifying? As much as the Anti-Mage is going to be useful versus Slog, a sufficiently farmed Slog dumps this Anti-Mage every single time.
Yeah.
And he's getting there, man. He's already got himself 6 permanent Agi.
Diffusal Blade completed as well. And he just picked up a Ring of Aquila from the jungle. That's such a great pickup on Slog.
If they're able to take down this tier 1 tower in the bottom lane and make sure that they can consolidate this part of the map, I think they actually have enough time to take the tier 1 and port top to defend their own tier 1 and reclaim the outpost.
Yep, and now they're gonna find another kill here, but Abaddon does have his ulti in store this time. But OD is here, gonna get the banish off, completely wasting the borrowed time. And Rio just gonna go to work. Ace picking up another kill. Make that 7 permanent agility.
Wow. Ace Slog, man. And we're already seeing the power of this Aghanim Scepter on the OD. Just the long range initiation. Very soon. He doesn't have Ether Lens, but he did manage to find himself a keen optic in the jungle. So this does mean that he has that additional cost range in tow. Very, very difficult to actually play around on the side of Godsent. Just considering that the only hero that has mobility right now is this anti-mage. Boogie is nowhere near being a real hero. I mean, anti-mage is farming, do not get me wrong. Look at him go right now. I think he has a second rate ban coming just to complete the Vambrace. Well, he's just building it. No, he just wants to build a Yasha. Yeah, there you go. Vambrace into Manta style. Wants to try and stack up as much Agi as humanly possible. But you're playing against Slock, my friend. Agi is not necessarily the protection that it generally provides in every other game.
And I got a lot of concern if I'm looking at the side of Godsent here. This anti-mage is a full 1,000 net worth behind the Slock. That's not where you want to be. 17 minutes anti-mage Battle Fury is not a good timing if you're asking me here. And plus, when you have to look, these two carries are not even the most farmed heroes in the game. This OD is straight up massive right now. 9,000 net worth. And although you look at it on the surface, you got this intel carry in the form of the OD against the anti-mage. So it's like, oh, you don't want to play against anti-mage. But OD provides one of the few heroes that can actually just burst down anti-mage as well. His Q is a pure damage, so it bypasses the magic resist from anti-mage. So if you get him in a stun or two, he can actually just burst down AM, which is not something that can be said for many other heroes.
Another thing about this anti-mage OD matchup is that the cost points for the Astral Imprisonment is smaller than the cost points of Blink. So as provided you're in range to cast the Sanity or cast the Astral Imprisonment, you'll always be able to catch the anti-mage, put him in a real bind where he's most likely going to get pounced upon, pushed back by the cogs, sinister gaze. There's just so many things that can go wrong for Era. And also, you can't even stay in the lane because if he gets hit 3-4 times by that Arcane Orb and he gets ulted, he probably dies immediately. And he knows that. So if OD shows up, he probably promptly has to blink himself away.
Oh, we see Echo Slam committed up top. Who they're going to burst on? This would be a big one if they get it. But oh my god, the hammer gets dropped and so does Boogie. Era blinks in here, but is that really where you want to be, my friend? He has the mana void. Is it enough to bring on Riora? No, it barely scratches the surface. He had so much mana left. Oh, wish Requiem gets cancelled so the fear doesn't go off, but they burst on Riora in the end. Can they get more? Requiem finally comes out, gonna miss the mark on everybody, but now Ace is here. The big scary Slock gonna find himself and abandon another point of Agi. Ghostek finding a double kill there with the Iron Shell on that. But they did bring on the OD. I don't know how worth it is dropping 3 heroes.
The main thing isn't about the heroes that they lost for that, right? Because if we look at the heroes they lost, Abaddon and Rubik, their lives don't really matter in this game anymore. And Boogie, he'd already used the Blink Dagger with the Echo Slam combination. By the way, I'm very impressed that he still managed to find this before 20 minutes, just given how his game was going. But after he uses his Echo, it doesn't matter that much that he dies. For me, the primary concern with that fight for the side of Godsent is firstly, Wish doesn't find a kill in that engagement. But the second and huge factor is that we had the anti-mage. Era showed up to try and consolidate that fight. And yeah, sure, he does manage to find a kill in that situation. But you can't afford for anti-mage not to be farming the map right now. He needs to be playing some really heavy catch-up towards these other massive heroes on the other side of the map. Up until the point he has Abyssal Blade, he doesn't really represent a threat by himself. In fact, outside of them initiating with the Echo Slam, it's pretty much impossible for the side of Godsent to actually kill this OD right now.
Yeah, I mean, currently we're looking at a situation where the Slock is going to have a BKB before Anti-Mage has his Manta even. And Anti-Mage, like you said, needs one more item after that Manta style to be a threat on this map.
They're going to try press this tier 2 tower in the top lane. Yeah, Abaddon, bye bro, you have to leave. Just let this one go. There's a Sea Dragon here. Vacuum caught him, he's dead. Bye-bye, my friend.
Oh, man. It was nice to know him. And being Slock against these kind of quote-unquote never-die heroes is so fun because Abaddon's sitting here just giving you Essential stacks. Slock's sitting at 12 already. If they get this kill and get one more, oh, Ace gonna pop the BKB. They might actually just find Wish here. Wish pops a BKB of his own. Gonna keep himself alive for the moment, but that's another kill here for Ace. He still has his ultimate. Gonna trade up with Wish for the moment. BKB versus BKB. Era making the move once again. He's gonna bring down the Lich, but like you said, this is another situation where he's not farming. Now he's gonna blink forward, playing quite aggressive. There's the Echo Slam coming out, but Ace, he just debuffs it immediately. But now he's gonna get feared up. Can they bring down the Slock? Yes, they do. They bring down Ace, the biggest kill on the map, and they send these guys back home packing. Godsent just found themselves a godsend, basically. They back in this game, but now, Boogie walking in. He's going to get caught, and he's going to get brought down once again.
But yet again, though, as long as after he casts his Echo Slam, it's actually fine that he dies there. But this is actually a massive win for Godsent. Not only do they get the kill on the Slock, this is Slock committing a BKB for that engagement. They don't manage to find any additional damage onto the tier 2 that they were attempting to siege at the time. Their fight goes really south, and this time around, it is their core heroes that are able to get the kill onto the slog. Hashtag worth in all respects. They can now push back. They also reclaimed the outpost. Sure, it doesn't really do much for them ahead of the bounty rune spawning or the experience being brought up. But the primary thing that it does allow for them to do is to play a little bit less shyly on the map. Now, Antimate doesn't have to be babysat as much, and his team has the option to try smoke gank elsewhere on the map. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to go try help Wish. If Wowie chases onto the high ground, Wowie's going to die, actually.
Oh, he's going to catch him, but he catches him on the low ground. This is pretty good. Slock making the move as well. Wowie going to get lifted up. I think the important thing there for Wish is, oh, before we get to that ace, going to jump forward. He's going to find himself a Rubik. Oh, he steals the pound, but is it going to be enough to save him here? Noya buying a lot of time, actually, all things considered, but in the end... Oh my god, Noya! No ways! Oh, alright. I've seen it all. I've seen it all.
Big plays. That was actually incredible.
And that's actually, that's huge, because now they get control up top again. Like you said, to keep that outpost alive, they could get that 25-minute ruins if they like as well.
Yeah, it's map control. It's timing to be able to get some bounty runes. It's time that Ace is, you know, put under a little bit of pressure because you can't just run ram shot across the bottom side of the map. But at the very least, now it's his time that's being wasted rather than Era's. And Era's now in the top lane. Manta complete, very close towards having this a full basher. And in the time period that Ace was chasing for that kill futilely, look what has happened since. Era is now the overall net worth leader of the game. Wish is third as well. So Godsent have found themselves in a position where the game is now very, very even, despite the fact that there's still a 3k gold lead for Infinity. Oh, mid lane.
Oh, this would be huge. Echo Slam committed. Can they burst down? The OD in time. He's going to pop his BKB. He's still on half HP and he drops the hammer. Boogie dropping so damn low. Can they burst him down in time? Ghosted gets a beautiful back wall. Wish going to get off the ulti to save himself there in the end. But all in all, it's just the Earthshaker who hits the deck at the end. But there were so many spells committed. But the OD just a little too tanky there. Uh-oh. Wowie going in, timing the tier 3. What seems like it, but by himself. Ooh, that's a interesting time pause.
Looks like Puppy is alive and well because his paws still come across us. Well, that ended up happening. I think one of the major things that Infinity will be happy about there is, sure, they have to commit the BKB and the ultimate from the OD and the ultimate from the dogs here as well, but lots of spells are used from Godsent. This is just gonna be a quick kill. Oh wait, what?
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 Ace he's ready. He's in the tier 3s, tier 4s. In the back lines, that clockwork he's fine.
I honestly thought Clock was gonna die. I thought the damage from the SF would have been a little bit more. But, you know, they find what they were looking for. At the end of the day, it does seem like while he was trying to chase for the Rubik kill, gets exactly what he was looking for. Manages to bring him down. And this is huge, right? Them being able to survive that fight and come away with 2 kills because it was the side of Godsent, let's remember, that initiated onto Ryoya in the mid lane.
Yes.
They were not expecting him to be able to get off his BKB just before he died, but he does manage to do so. Walks away, 100% fine. The team counter-initiates. And that's very bad because like we were talking about earlier, they still don't really have any true sources of initiation outside of Boogie. In fact, I can't even remember a time in this game where Godsent has taken a fight, like they went proactively onto the other side of the map in the absence of having that Echo Slam available. For the last 6 minutes, it seemed like they just wait for Echo. Once Echo is up, okay, now we can make a move. But without that particular spell, does seem like it's quite difficult right now for Godsent to make positive moves across the map, even though they're getting a lot of farm on their primary core heroes.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. They're using the Echo Slam. That's what they have to play off, and they're trying their absolute best. And Slock surged up right now, looking for a victim. But I think the balance kind of runs also in terms of timings here as well. Anti-Mage looking for his third and final, his third item to come online, but OD working towards that Hex as well. So who's going to get that big item first is the question. Generally, you'd like to say the Anti-Mage, but the way things are going, Infinity running rampant right now.
They're trying to find this kill onto the Sabaton. Borrow time
man.
already been triggered. More bonus damage towards the slug. Thank you very much, kind gentlemen.
It's up to 11 now.
My goodness. 11. It starts to get dangerous in my opinion. Once you get like 15 plus, then it's like, yeah, something needs to change. We can't really allow this hero to keep doing this. But the main thing is that now they're just taking down structures. Tier 2 is going to fall in the mid lane. we already see Slock at top on the map. He's just creep skipping, making sure that there's no available creeps to either assist Anti-Mage with pushing down the tier 2 on their side of the map. But if they want to do a counter push, that Anti-Mage can't really make it, like can't really stop it by himself. Still though, Anti-Mage, I do think Anti-Mage should not, I'm not sure about this. He's building BKB, right? And I suppose I understand the logic, right? He understands that there's double pounce, there is double astral. Both of these spells basically make his team fight useless, or make Anti-Mage as a hero have to play very differently than what you would want him to do. Also, you don't want to be dealing with mana burn from the power cogs or the interruptions from the battery assaults on the clockwork. Now, even Sinister Gaze is a major issue. But at the same time, though, you are never happy as AM whenever you have to buy a Blink Dagger. Even though it's a necessity, or BKB, you never really feel like, yes, I've got this big glowy item, I can now take down all these heroes. Definitely, you'd rather be building into Butterfly or a Heart or something. But in this kind of game, there basically is no choice.
Yeah, it does feel like quite a min-max, right? He's going for the Basher, not trying to finish the Bristle Blade, or not trying to go for the BKB straight up. So he's going for the Basher, then straight for the BKB. It's like hoping for the lucky Bashers, putting himself in the best shape to fight with the least amount of gold spent, it looks like to me. And now the DD Slock gonna wail down the Roshan. It's not the traditionally good Roshan lineup, but it doesn't look like Godsent wanna contest us or even know what's going on.
Yeah, they don't know. They have no idea.
I mean, it's quite an unconventional team to be Roshing right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Generally, you expect that these Slocks start taking Roshan later on. At the very least, when they have like a tier 4 item after the Aghanim Scepter, maybe Butterfly or Skadi or something. But Infinity is just like, well, we have this DD, you can just do it now. And that also grants them the gold to get the Aghanim Scepter for the Slock. So now we do have the double pounce in tow. Man, this is not going to be a fun game. Up until the point where Anti-Mage has this BKB, he's going to be really playing a risky style of Dota. And you know also not going to have fun? Boogie. He's dead again.
How many times? Boogie died 11 times so far this game. One death every 3 minutes, nah.
Game is hard, bro.
It's been rough. Actually, more than a death every 3 minutes.
More than a death every 3 minutes, yeah. I mean, it happens, right? This is, I'm sure that on some level, Godsent had to know that Boogie was not going to have the easiest time of things in this game.
Yeah, it's a rough one. We'll be getting the TP off.
Will they be able to secure the top outpost as well? Ace is already
on the run.
He wants to fight.
They could find the Lich before this fight actually breaks out. But Ace, he's on the prowl. Can they catch him? He does have an Aegis, so you don't even want to go on the Slock. And Master Risk, he's just going to pick up the boundary, and he doesn't even care if it's captured or not. And now, you're going to find one here. It's just the Abaddon, but another point of agility going to be going the way of Ace.
Yep. I do actually like what Abba did here, because after he saw Slock, had he not done anything with mid lane?
Oh, mid lane! They find the OD, everything's committed, and actually bring down Ryoya. So,
oh my god.
Okay, we really like what that Abba did.
Oh my god. Okay, Abba not only distracting them by walking to the western side while the anti-mage flees to the east, also creating enough space for them to be able to get
they find another one. Wowie, he's going to be in trouble. He catches the Earthshaker with him in the cogs. This is not good. Era going to be chasing as well. Pops the Manta. Oh, the hookshot is there. So Wowie making a lot of space here. But there we go. Mana Void eventually comes down. The Era picks himself up. Yet another kill.
Nice.
And that's BKB money now. And they're going to find themselves one more outpost.
Look at this item that Era has in his inventory. We can't click on him right now, but he does seem to have picked up the Paladin Sword. Mid lane, more kills going to happen. Ace, ace, ace. 13 Agi. Are you kidding me?
We're 26 stolen at the moment, so I don't think if a fight breaks out, Godsent are going to be happy with it. That's almost 90 agility Ace has stolen. 75.
And he still has Axe. They're actually going to fight Anti-Mage. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
They've got him. Era's dead. Era's dead.
Oh! What?
Did that actually happen? Yeah, it actually happened.
And okay, what the last fight going so great, Era decided to just go straight for the Bristle Blade. I kind of like that decision. He's only 2,000 off the BKB now as well, so if he finds somebody, great. And if he doesn't, just farm up till the BKB.
Yeah, definitely. You started chopping up a little bit more. So
alright, I'll fix that.
Reconnect. E-Blade. Not only do they have that, but they now also have their own form of pseudo save. They've been mid lane. They're gonna try go onto this Abaddon. He's already been hexed up. We see Borrow Time gets activated. Ace pounces on him after the Astral. Definite kill, and this is gonna be even more damage for Ace. Mega kill streak for the Slok. He is an indomitable force in this game. 14 Agi stacks permanently stolen by him with 10 active at the moment. Still has the Aegis of the Immortal for a little bit longer. So it's an open question whether or not they want to try and siege the high ground. It is 4v5 right now. So this is a decent opportunity for them to try it. But at the same time, they are also afraid of playing into this Earthshaker. They know that the Blink Echo Slam can make a huge difference. So that's why Ace is just by himself on the high ground, sieging with this Aegis. Because he knows if he dies, it's not that deep. The team can still re-engage and take the fight. But now that Abaddon is respawning, it probably is the correct time to leave this fight entirely.
Anti-Mage doing the correct thing. They're cutting the wave as well. Ace TP's up top, so maybe he's making the read on the Anti-Mage movement here. Ace could get him.
He just blinked. He just blinked.
Oh, he's going to make the jump here. Era doesn't have a Manta style or anything here. The second leash is going to be there, but does he have enough damage? He's so damn tanky. He will have enough damage now. The Riora comes through and they burst down Era. Huge kill, and what a read from Ace there. He just read Era like a book.
Yeah, as soon as he saw him creep skipping in the mid lane, he's like, yeah, okay, if I was this guy, I would creep skip and then head toward the top side of the map and farm that out. Reads him, gets Ryoya to TP in as well. Also, he does a really intelligent thing. Oh, mid, wow, E-Blade revealed. Clock is gone. Bye-bye.
Alright, so that's some space created, but Clock wasting no time, buys back immediately. They know what the anti-mage down. This is the timing, and actually, Ace gonna jump in here. He forces out the Echo Slam, he pops the BKB, he's gonna bring down Boogie here. One more right click should do the trick, but Spider Legs gonna keep him alive for the moment. The Echo Slam, sorry, Earthshaker man. He's up on the hill. He's clipped easied, but he's playing Slok, so he can get down. It's all good.
Yeah, that's fine.
But this is huge. There's no Echo Slam, so they're not that the Earthshaker has buyback anyways, but he's gonna use this hero without the Echo Slam, so that's 35 seconds, no Shaker, no Slam. And Anti-Mage still dead for 46 seconds. They're gonna bypass the repair kit tower and just go up top. 21 Agi on the Slok, so he hits buildings pretty damn fast. And that's a stolen the Astral Imprison from Noya. Buying some time.
They have to try somehow buy 34 seconds. Because they do not want to have to buy back on the Anti-Mage. And the closer you come to respawning, the more painful it is to actually buy back. But fortunately for them, it does seem like this repair kit is doing the most to dissuade the side of Infinity from actually going up the hill. And they still do have one charge left of the repair kit somewhere.
It is so crazy, that item, actually.
It actually saved the game.
Yeah.
Because this would have probably been a lane of racks without it.
And even if it's not a full lane, you just take a tier 3, that opens up the map so damn much.
Yeah, just a huge difference that gets changed right there. Now another major item picked up by the side of Infinity. Ghostic also has a Shiva's Guard now.
Oh.
This, oh man, Shiva's while you're playing with Slok on your team is so nice. Speaking of Slok, his illusions will scout out some of these Godsent heroes. I don't think he wants to try go for a fight here. He knows where Boogie is. I think that's all he's
feeling brave. He's gonna find the Abaddon here, force out the Glimmer Cape, gets a pounce on him as well.
Here come his homies.
And Ace, he's gonna feel very confident to go in right now. The save is there, but Ghostic gets a nice back wall, cuts it on 2 heroes, but there we go. Raping gonna come out, doing a decent amount here, but Era in the backlines, he actually finds the OE, he brings out the Aura, he brings out the Lich now as well. Now he's just man fighting. Can he beat down Ace though is the question. Ace still has his ulti available, he's gonna pop it, he's gonna pounce away, but can they chase him? Even with the blink, you can't catch the Slok once he has that Aghanim, but they will find the young Clockwork. Clockwork gonna get caught, Clockwork tries for the force out down to the low ground, but not good enough. Misplays it just a little bit, and Wish finds himself yet another kill once again. 9-1 and 6 on the Shadow Fiend, and that's a full team wipe minus the Slok there.
That's pretty nice. It's pretty sick right there. Great play there from Godsent. They maintain their composure. And Boogie actually is going to try.
He's got an echo. Oh, but Ace, he sent something.
Yeah. Ace playing some very, very strong Dota here. But let's not take away from Era as well. Very heads-up play from Era with the Abyssal Blade, able to get directly atop the OD, not only holding him in position, but the massive Mana Void on top of him made sure that a huge amount of damage was spilled over onto the rest of the side of Infinity. Because remember, they were entering through one small choke point, so they all took the damage together. No possibility of escape there, and at that point, the fight is basically over. They have to flee. Even Chain Frost can't save you. Master Risk.
He's looking to hunt in the backlines. He's going to find Master Risk here. The E-Blade comes out. There we go. Razors are there. Does the Shadow Fiend have a BKB or is he going to be in trouble with Era? He jumps in. He burns all the Slug's mana. Can they bring down Ace in time? Ace going to pop the BKB. He's going to start man-fighting up Era. Feeling a little scared for the moment. He's going to get Glimmer Caped up. He's still leashed. The Hex comes out. Who actually has a Hex on the side of...
Oh, no, that was a Lotus Orb. It was a
it was a Lotus Orb.
Yeah.
Right, that was touch and go. The Roshan is back up. Both these teams feeling the pressure right now. There is no buybacks for the most part on the side of Infinity. So actually advantage. Sorry, for the side of Infinity. So the advantage actually is with Godsent for the moment. And as Anti-Mage feeling so confident, not going for the BKB now either, just straight for the Butterfly. And I actually like this because Slock, no OD, generally like to be buying MKBs.
Yeah, I definitely prefer Butterfly over BKB on Anti-Mage. It just feels whenever you're buying BKB, you're tacitly admitting that, yo, I don't think we should have picked this hero. We should have gone for somebody else who should buy BKB. Anti-Mage should never buy BKB. Like, you go for this Butterfly, you go hard, maybe Scotty if you want another defensive item. But you just try to be the hugest hero on the map so that once you show up to a fight, it's not, okay, let's see if we can kite around his BKB. It should be, oh snap, Anti-Mage has shown up. If we don't get the jump on him, the fight is impossible thereafter. And speaking of impossible fights, Infinity trying to claim the Aegis for themselves again. They have a medallion to make it a bit
no
faster
DD this time. Abba going to Scott, puts on the sentry. He has his ulti. Be fine for the moment. But now Slock jumping forward. He's actually pretty far up here. If Era wants to make the move here, but he's going to jump in the backlines. Does he find the OD? Doesn't look like it this time. Reora so quick on the BKB. Wish gets off his ulti though, but Slock sticking on him. Oh, his BKB's down. No, he gets hexed up. Wish, but gets forced up on the high ground, but no, he gets pulled back down. Wish, is he going to survive here? Is he going to go down? He gets brought down. 90 seconds going to hit the deck, and Ace in the backlines finds Abba once again, who just brought back. He's just going to be a dieback for the Dark Knight. It does look like it. Damage is there, but in the backlines, I hear Echo going down. Who do they find? They find the OD. Can they bring him down in time? No, he survives. 1 HP. Ace pops the ulti, doing so much damn damage right now. He's running rampant. Can he get more heroes? 3 buybacks thrown out, but there's nothing they can do to deal with the Slock. Ace so damn strong right now, but there we go. Anti-Mage jumps in. He gets up the Whistle Blade. Does he have the damage? There's no mana left. Can they chain Ace down? They're trying. Darkseer buying some time here. Ace so damn strong. They get off the E-Blade. The raise is there. Ace goes down. Godlike spree to the Shadow Fiend. Wow.
What a fight. What a fight. Godsent are not shy about committing their buybacks. They're going to get Clockwork as well on the far side of things, right behind the Roshan pit. One more raise is all they'll need to clean that one up. But my god. My god. Okay. Huge fight there from Godsent. It does require 4 buybacks out of them in order to make that successful. Anti-Mage is the only one that did not go down and have to buy back in that situation.
Oh no, Boogie! He gets soloed. Oh no, what? Okay, no, he did die.
Yeah, he did die.
That's so funny.
Okay.
He just got soloed by the Lich there.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. He was very low on HP. It's fine.
Okay, Master Rick, this is going to be brave if he tries for that. Okay, no, he's not even going to try for it. But he gets the ruin, though. That's pretty... Dude, Master Rick just made like a 9k MMR play. That was like a Rick 200 IQ play there.
Master Risk is out here. But you know who's really out here? Who's been doing the most for his team? Boogie has made the most of a really rough game and a really terrible situation. Hero as well has played very intelligently, trying to make sure that he always isolates the OD to the exclusion of any and all other heroes. His primary motive is he's like, look guys, if OD is able to just run around the team fight, astraling people and sheeping them, he potentially has 3 heroes locked down at any given time, right? Double astral with the sheep stick. So let's not allow that to happen. We just kill this guy, the fight becomes a lot easier. And Godsent, wait, who did they give the Aegis to? Did they give it to the Anti-Mage?
Yeah, it's quite an interesting decision because Shadow Fiend bought back there.
But Anti-Mage also bought out. He doesn't have any gold anymore. He went all in. So he has no buyback available either. So maybe that's the rationale. And probably they think to themselves that honestly, if Anti-Mage dies and Shadow Fiend is alive, you're probably not winning the team fight anyway. It would require Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage has to be up. Without Anti-Mage, these team fights are much more difficult to actually take.
And it also allows Era to play a lot more aggressive as well.
Yeah.
He can start fights. He can just blink a Blissful. There's nothing to care about. Because even if they throw all their disables on him, then the team comes in. It's a big difference.
He's also not too far away from snagging level 30. Which is going to make a huge difference. Oh, that's also going to make a huge difference. We are now 42 minutes into the game. So this not only means that we're going to have ourselves the double power runes, we also have ourselves, more crucially, tier 4 items, baby.
Oh
Witness
man.
Shackle, just picked up by Era. I don't think he's going to keep it, though.
No, no
Yeah, he's
ways.
already passed it to the Abaddon. Yeah, that's the correct decision, I think, with this. And the fight's about to break out yet again. Anti-Mage wants to catch Slark, and he's got him.
Oh, this would be a big one. Ace out of mana, but gets it just enough to pop his Shadow Dance there. But they find the Darkseid. The bash is so good. He has the mana void available. Can he blink and catch him? Oh, he goes the other way. Now Era. He's going to get locked on by the imprisonment for the moment. But he's actually going to go back in. He has no worries right now. Feeling so damn confident. He has the Aegis as well. He's going to force out 2 buybacks by himself. The Wish going to throw out the Requiem. Not going to hurt anybody really. Actually sends the OD running. But in the backline, Slock trying to get Noya. Noya survives for the moment, but he gets brought down by the Clockwork Rocket in the end. So not the greatest fight for the side of Godsent.
God, that was not good from Era. Era there. That actually might be game losing, if I'm honest. Like, because they still were supposed to have the Aegis for at least another 2.5 minutes. And now the fact that they end up sacrificing the life of the Anti-Mage and the Aegis effectively for nothing on the high ground. I mean, they get a BKB charge out of the OD, but whatever. OD is down to 5 seconds anyway. It doesn't really make that much of a huge difference. So now we're in a situation where Godsent do not have the huge defensive item that they need to be able to keep Anti-Mage safe. And I'm pretty sure Infinity aren't stupid, right? They would probably have clicked on Anti-Mage and been like, wait a second, there's a lot of items on this guy. It's very unlikely that he actually has buyback. And the rest of his team, we know for a fact that they don't have buyback. So for the next 3 minutes, Godsent has to play effectively immaculate Dota. Because if they make any mistakes with these heroes, they're probably going to lose, well, at least the tier 3 tower. If they're lucky, probably a bit more than that. And you do not want to be in that situation. Especially now since we're getting to the point in the game where very soon Anti-Mage is going to be peaking. And after that, after Anti-Mage peaks, and Shadow Fiend sort of peaks as well, is when the game starts to get very, very difficult for Godsent. Because I kind of think that they have a kind of heroes that require constant growth naturally, but their growth peaks out at a point, right? Whereas Infinity has Slark and OD. Slark has definitely infinite scaling, and OD, depending on the kind of fights he's participating in, has effectively infinite scaling. And that makes life very, very difficult. On the bright side though, Godsent will have level 30 on the Anti-Mage in the next 2 minutes, I think. And that might make a huge difference for them. Because then Era will be undoubtedly the strongest hero on the map.
Yeah, but it won't last for long. Slock already, after that last team fight, has an MKB almost completed. So Butterfly going to be countered. But then, like you said, that was the timing, right? It was the Aegis, it was the Butterfly. He was supposed to be immortality for Era. But one misplay in the one chance he had an advantage this game. But fight could break out to the smoke still here. Boogie, he's inverse. He's waiting for the bait. Oh, not going to show there.
I hope
Can't
this fight
commit
doesn't
just on a
happen, because something really interesting just happened, right? Just before they were posturing for this fight, they bought a gem for Boogie to pick up, and they dropped it next to him. But they were walking underneath. Before he picked up the gem, there was an observer ward on the high ground that scouted him, and he was standing on the cliff next to the gem. If he picked up the gem, he would have seen the OD walking next to him in Shadowblade, or Invis rather, and they would have jumped on him and killed him. But because he didn't have the gem on him at the time, the game is still going. I actually think the game would have turned right then and there if they were able to get that grab. But Ryoya very, very, very lucky there that Boogie had not picked up the gem just yet.
Yeah, I guess it was so interesting because they didn't want to give away if they were smoked, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a touch and go situation. What is this item that this Anti-Mage has in his right corner? Trying to figure it out. Is it the Spell Prism, maybe? I mean, then that would definitely give to Shadow Fiend if they had that, right? We'll see it eventually.
Yeah, we'll see it when we click on him. OD is now 25, so the additional Arcade Orb damage, average times from the OD thus far. We don't expect anything different from him. S has also been 25. How far is this AM from having the 30? Oh, you're up.
He's 28 now. I think the Shadow Fiend 30 is also a big one. His talent tree is serious.
Oh,
Oh my god, the range on that. Shadow Fiend. I mean, Anti-Mage, you're going to be in trouble, but there's the save from the SF. But now, good old Abaddon taking one for the team once again. And it looks like they just want to get the hell out of Dodge. Leave the Abaddon. He can buy back if they really need him. And they can all just show. He doesn't have the buyback, but I mean, it's an Abaddon.
I just want to point out that Ace has 20 Agi stacks, just by the way.
A full 20 agility. That's like ultimate. Actually, no. It's 2 alacrity blades at 2,000 net worth effectively.
Yeah, for free that he just picked up on the way. It's
man.
kind of insane. He's sitting now with 28 armor on the slot and 3k HP. And this is before, you know, we were talking about how much he might not want to buy at MKB. But it seems he's not that opposed to it. It's already coming in. The Demon Edge available now. He can buy it if he wants to. I'm sure if we look on his courier, we'd see the Javelin sitting there right now.
Yeah.
So he's feeling really good. Doesn't really mind the way that this game is progressing. And one of the things about how things are going now is that the way Dota is structured at the moment, you pay really heavy penalties as a team if you're unable to leave your base. Because not only are you not being able to get the lane farm, the fact that you're not being able to farm the jungle means you're missing out on a huge amount of potential tier 4 items at this point. They're moving out a little bit now, but they still don't feel very comfortable on the side of Godsent making these moves. And they also know that they have to take a fight soon, because if 15 minutes comes and they do not have that second outpost claimed, then you start to fall even further behind experience-wise. And only now does Era get himself a Spell Prism, actually.
Oh, that's big for the Shadow Fiend, though. If he can get the Hex, that's 60% CD reduction.
Yeah. Yeah, and they give it to him now. He's got it.
Oh, man. One more item for this SF, and that's going to be bonkers.
Slox finds the Abaddon again. Feels bad, man. Here's some more free Agi.
Gotta keep himself alive for the moment. In the backlines, great hook shot onto the Shaker. Boogie gonna get himself out of there, and then backlines. There we go. Anti-Mage jumping it, but can't bring down Riora in time. He's gonna get saved there. He's gonna force to pop his BKB. Ace stealing a lot of agility there. Gonna pop his ulti here now. Oh, Wish getting caught. Can they bring down the Shadow Fiend? Shadow Fiend just getting wailed on you through the BKB. Oh, his ulti gets cancelled as well. But Anti-Mage actually got the OD there. Alright.
Yeah.
And Wish survives. And the Abaddon survives.
Yeah. I have no idea how they ended up surviving, but the Yule Scepter, very useful from the OD there. Abaddon able to get out of the power cogs. Good blink also from Boogie to make sure that he doesn't fall in further danger. All in all, fantastic hold there in that fight from Godsent. The only buyback that gets used is the Lich one, and Ryoya is the only core hero that goes down in that engagement. Yet again, super heads-up play by Era. He looks at the way the fight is unfolding, and he sees that Asa is running through his team, and he's like, you know what? If I just remove OD, we'll eventually be able to deal with Ace. We can turn on this guy if he doesn't have the additional support from his team. And with Ryoya dead now, Godsent, considering the Roshan push, primarily I think their objective here is to try and force a buyback out of Infinity, so that OD is no longer able to participate in this game if he dies again. And they're gonna
find Wowie, but this guy is super tanky. Can they burst him down here? Mana gets eaten immediately. They're gonna lock him down, so they're gonna bring down the Clockwork here without much of a cost. And Wish, he's gonna jump in the back, pop the Lich almost immediately. Lich doesn't have a buyback, that could be huge. Wowie still making space here.
He's still alive.
He takes no damage from that ulti. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
E-Blade eventually brings him down, and that should be the surefire message to go for Roshan. This is a third Roshan. This should be refresh of Orb in tow as well.
So Roche now gonna get taken. Ace is wandering around on the backside of the fight. Clockwork forced to buy back. Lich does not have access to it. So the hold, if anything, is gonna be 4v5, but they also know that there's no BKB.
Oh no, Ace waiting on the high ground.
Nice.
Okay, that's so much space created there.
Nice.
Oh, okay, they find him in a Burst Blade. Can they bring him down?
Man.
He gets off the debuff. He gets off the bounce.
Ryoya.
Oh, Riora. Caught in a bad position. And, okay, he's just dead. Godsent gonna follow as well.
Infinity?
Did Ace just baited the opponent team and then baited his own team.
Yeah, I actually don't know why Infinity went into the middle of that lane there. Especially considering that Lich was still dead. Slock is heading to the east side of the map. There's actually no objective that's there for you, and there's no way that you can take the upcoming fight if it comes. So now Infinity practically just gave away this Aegis cheese and one of the major items. Let's see, is it Refresher or Ag?
I mean, either is huge for this Earthshaker, I have to say.
Yeah, I would prefer Ags. Yeah.
Oh yes,
Earthshaker Ags.
Shaker Ags. Oh my god. It's a 10k goal lead now. Anti-Mage should have himself a, what do you call that thing? The Bloodthorn. Sorry, I just forgot for a second. I was gonna say Super Orchid Claw.
From a fight that was happening around the mid lane, next thing you know, Godsent here now pushing the tier 3 tower. For the longest time this game, it felt like a moment like this would never come, and it was supposed to come at like 25, 30 minutes, but here they are. Era, super dangerous. They're putting some damage out onto the Clockwork. Can they get this kill? Look at
in the
Ryoya!
back lane!
Oh, not Ryoya. Anti-Mage just jumping onto Mr. Risk. I think this game's over.
Yeah. No buyback on two of their heroes. The two cores are going to come up, but now with this Bloodthorn, he melts any hero.
I feel like you don't even back here. You go straight for the win.
Yeah. They're going to go for it.
Aegis. You still have Cheese. You still have the Aghanim Scepter on Boogie.
I mean, Ace is only TPing back now. Era was looking to find somebody there on the left.
Oh.
In the back lines. Echo Slam committed.
On Ryoya.
Oh, how does he not have buyback now?
Yeah, he doesn't have buyback.
But he kept the buyback. Oh my god. Shadowfiend pops his BKB. Ace gonna jump forward there, but he's still inverse. And now the force off is there. Can they bring down Ace? Ace still got his BKB running for the moment. Era. He's a dangerous boy looking to chase. Darkseer gonna get caught here. And there's a silence coming out on Ace, but he gets the debuff off in the end. But he's still gonna go down. There's the bash. There's the ulti. He's gonna buy back, but he's just 2 versus 5 here. And 5 very dangerous heroes right now. Era. An absolute beast. And actually, did they just find Ace here again? The bash. 1 more hit. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. Space created.
Oh, man.
And the GG is called. What a game. My lord.
What just happened? Like, Godsent, not to say that they were behind for most of this game, that they were definitely playing on the back foot. But I kind of feel like Infinity's confidence got in the way. You know which fight I think turned everything around? You know that fight that they took on the high ground? Just next to the Dire base?
Yes.
And where Ryoya got jumped by Era. And Ace kept the fight going up against Wish Boogie as well as OK by himself. But then we realized from Era that he's like, wait a second. If I just keep Ryoya busy, I can kill him. And he kills him. And then he kills the Lich. And then Ace realizes, wait, I'm completely alone and isolated. We have to leave here. And then everybody else just gets taken down. And now suddenly, look where we are. Godsent take game number 2 by some miracle. And Infinity are actually going to be pushed to a game number 3. Look at that dive in the overall net worth and experience. My gosh.
That is crazy. The first lead they had in the game is one they kept and just ran with.
Yep.
Oh, what a game. I can't wait for game 3. Thank you all for tuning in. Game number 2. See y'all soon.